Today I want to show you how to make patches out of scrap fabric for your clothing and attach them, no sewing machine, limited supplies. Hi, I'm AJ. I'm a sustainability focused designer and I own the brand Run and Follow, and this is the series we're creating called The Most Sustainable Clothing, where I show you how to repair, fix, and make adjustments to your own clothing that you already have. I made this shirt in 2017 and it's still going strong, regular wash cycle. Here's an in-process patch that I'm working on. This is the supplies you'll need. So you will need some scrap fabric, a measuring device of some sort. I'm using a measuring tape. Next, a regular pencil, and an optional choice is to have a mini embroidery hoop. This helps to bring some tension to the fabric, but not necessary. Then a pair of scissors, some embroidery thread or craft thread, pins, and you will also need a needle. Step one is to cut your patch out of the fabric that you choose. It can be any shape. I usually do this method for letters or for patches when I'm visibly mending. I recommend using your pencil to draw the shape on the bad side of your fabric, or the side of the fabric that will not be facing upwards. But do remember that when you draw letters on the reverse side of your fabric, they will be backwards on the front side of your fabric. So you either have to draw them in reverse, or what I'm doing here, trim very carefully to remove any signs of the pencil, or use the eraser of your pencil. Step 2, place your patch down and use your pins to pin it in place. Next, select your embroidery thread and you're going to thread it through the head of your needle. Be sure to pick a needle that's large enough to get the thread through the layers of the fabric, but not too large that it leaves a hole. Now you will add a knot into the end of your thread. The way you're going to do this is loop it around your finger and then tuck the short end underneath. Do not pull taut, tuck it a second time. This is going to create more mass to your knot opposed to having to double knot it. So sometimes I'll even go around a third time. And then when you pull all three of those spirals together, it creates a much thicker, larger knot that will not pull through your thread. You can also just do a single knot and then knot it 3 separate times, but this is actually a quicker way that seamstresses and professionals do. You will start on the inside of your fabric and you will push up through the main fabric and the edge of the patch about 1/8 of an inch in. After you pull the thread through all the way to the point that the knot is hitting the back of the fabric, you will then take the needle and only pull it through the main fabric that you were attaching the patch to. You want to make this horizontally across from where you just made your first stitch. This type of stitch is called a whip stitch, and it is best used to reinforce the edges of a hole when you are mending or to attach a patch. You can choose to make these as close or as far apart as you would like. The closer they are together, the more of a border it will look like. I'm doing about 1/8 of an inch in between each of my stitches, but I'm doing this by eyeballing it. You will then repeat this process until you've done the whole border of your patch. Once you get to the end, you will flip it over so you are on the wrong side of your patch. This is what it will look like. And you will then take your needle and you will loop it through the second to last stitch that you just completed. You will create a loop. I use my finger to hold the loop open, and then you will put the thread through the loop and pull taut until it is flush to the back side of the fabric. You're then going to do this a second time to create a double knot to keep everything securely in place. You can see here I'm pulling it through a second time. It got slightly stuck, but you see how it goes through. And then I'm looping it backwards through the second loop to create a more firm knot. And then I'm going to take my scissors and trim off the extra thread. And there you have it. There's the finished patch. I will probably hit this with an iron just to remove any marks. Let me know if there's anything else you want tutorials on, any questions, comments, and what you think about this tutorial. I look forward to sharing more how-tos in the future. Bye.